And I want you also to understand clearly that the Sierra Leone government in the future will depend greatly upon the support and assistance of each and every one of you here today. The aim will certainly be to make our country a land worth living in, a land worth serving. But this can only be done by wholehearted service and a hard work now. I have told you this before, and I call upon you to give the government your active help and support. I ask you to deal fairly and honestly with your fellow men, to discourage lawlessness, and to strive actively for peace, friendship, and unity in our country. We have much to do to bring improvements to all parts of our country. I am fully aware of this, and I assure you that my government is determined that the general progress shall be made as fast as possible. But there is also much that can be done by yourselves to meet your own needs. And I shall continue to movements. I would like to make it clear that independence will not only result in any sudden changes in our day-to-day lives. The same justice in our courts, the same taxes and other responsibilities, the same articles for sales in the stores. Mining companies, missions, trade unions, hospitals, schools, and government departments will go on as before. The significant change is that we are now in a complete control of our destiny and for the formulation of our internal and both external policies. I wish you all to be assured that we in Sierra Leone will stand for the freedom and prosperity of all men everywhere. This family of nations opposed to the limits of all men and women should strive to know what is being done, what your responsibilities are and what the responsibilities of your countries are. But must be done. And you must bring others with you to listen to the authoritative words of the government. And you must pass this true word to those who cannot attend.
As I have said before, paramount chiefs, section chiefs, tribal headmen, and tribal authority members all have a great responsibility to do this. And I expect them all to do what is required of them. Exactly the same applies to town councillors, and more particularly to district councillors. It is not enough to attend your council meetings. Many of our people are testing of knowledge tell your consistent the true word and bring their question and desire back to your council so that they may be answered. Unions. The Sierra Leone government in the years to come will depend upon your cooperation and active assistance. You have a special responsibility to maintain the high standard you have set in the past years. To stand by the rules of procedure in the case of dispute and to avoid conflicts which may be detrimental to the good of your country. And to those of you who are studying at school or college, I say, you are seeing history made this day, which you will be proud. It will be for you to uphold them and to build upon them in the future. I pray for God's help and guidance on this historic day and in the years to come, and for His blessings on you all. Thank you.
Announcing we are being carried live on the major national television and radio stations across the country, and particularly grateful that community radio stations all across the country, they carry this event live in communities across Salone. Now, before we invite Her Worship the Mayor for come and give opening reflections, we want to call the young students them from Matili School. We ready for can sing for we the national anthem in the Temini language. By the way, una all get flags, the brilliant, bold, colorful green, white, and blue. So whenever we team up and we sing, the idea is feel free for wave the flags in celebration as we're here today to celebrate. So let's put our hands together for these wonderful young women who come for can sing the anthem for we in Temini. Do you want to tell us what your names are? What's your name?
Magdalene.
Magdalene what?
A. Kamara.
And yourself? What's your name?
Mary A. Kamara.
So we have Magdalene Kamara and Mary Kamara. Now clap for them, please. One more time. Magdalene, how old are you guys? You guys look very alike. I've been told that you're twins. Are you twins?
Yes.
Ah, they are twins indeed. So we have the twins who have just done a rendition of the Sierra Leone national anthem in the Temini language. We will hear from other languages in a minute, but let's put our hands one more time for the Kamara family for this beautiful, beautiful performance. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now for the first speech for today. It's my privilege to welcome Her Lordship, the Mayor of our city, Madam Yvonne Aki Sawyer, to come present opening reflections. Let us please give her an enthusiastic welcome as she comes forward to share some opening reflections.
Members of Parliament, paramount chiefs, tribal heads and other traditional leaders, mayors, council chairpersons and councillors, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, development partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students and school children, the future of our nation. Good afternoon. So I did take the cue from the Minister of Environment, Minister of Information rather, for go between Creole and English. So I go do a mix. In reviewing the theme, understanding and reclaiming Salone Day, I may feel to say important, for let we look back into history. For ask we self the question, what are we independent from? And why are we independent? In answering that question, Lee, we go look say independence from colonial rule. Na something way the idea behind the implicit assumption that the one way when they colonize you, be invest in getting things them for their own agenda at the expense of we, the one day we be colonized. So for the people who were colonized, valuable resources were extracted from our lands to fuel the advancement of foreign empires with little or no consideration for where those values had come from. So when we talk about independence then, the natural expectation is that the wealth of our nations will now be directed to the growth and prosperity of our own people. So in the case of Sierra Leone, today, 64 years later, we look back and we review the reality of that assumption. GDP per capita at independence was estimated at around $140 to $160 US dollars in 1960 prices. Sierra Leone at the time had one of the highest GDPs per capita in West Africa. And as we all know, Sierra Leone is a country endowed with amazing natural resources, minerals, arable land, forest, rainfall, beautiful landscapes, rich history, culture, and an education system which in the past produced amazing results and which continues to export our talent around the world today. And as a nation, we have a lot to be proud of. We saw the end of an inevitably brutal civil war and became an example of post-war democratic transitions. We contained a deadly Ebola pandemic with fewer deaths per infected people than in our neighbors in Liberia and Guinea. And we are known around the entire world for our religious tolerance in a world where religion polarizes so many and is ostensibly the cause of so many wars. But the reality remains that at 64 years, our potential has not been fully realized. In 1961, as we were gaining independence, we were compared with countries like Malaysia and Singapore because our per capita GDP was roughly the same. But today, the GDP of Singapore stands at 500 billion US dollars, and of Malaysia, $407 billion, whilst we in Sierra Leone have a GDP of only $9 billion. And that being in spite of our natural resource endowments. So as we reflect today in this symposium, it is really important that we are able to take the actions and adopt the attitudes that will enable us to close the gap from where we wanted to be in 1961 and where we are today. And listening to the speech just now of Sir Milton Magai, I couldn't help thinking, as Minister Chen-Obas said in his few words just after that, or before, that so many of the words that he spoke all those years ago continue to resonate today. And I will just quickly touch on a couple of these as part of these my opening reflections. The need for vision and continuity. Having a national vision, he said twice or maybe 3 times in that speech, for us to succeed, we're going to need everyone. There will be challenges ahead. And indeed, we must ensure that our visions go beyond plans and publicity events, and that they are embraced and implemented nationwide by everyone through effective decentralization, and community engagement. Another point which I think is so important and which he touched on only briefly is the need for us to have no overlaps and clear, focused, measured, and monitored delivery of that vision. That means the ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as local councils, must work together and complement each other's efforts. And of course, he spoke to the labor union. And on that note, I think it's important that we remember that the private sector is going to be the engine of our growth. Growth no go come na Salone through foreign support or development aid. That will only ever be a bridge. And for we make sure say we get a future where we want after 64 years. We need long-term sustainable jobs that will only come through strengthening the ecosystem around micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises for wealth creation. And then on to education. Education, the sector that we were so well known for, referred to as the Athens of West Africa. But it's important for us to know and for us to take on the fact that education is not about getting pieces of paper. It's not about getting certificates. It's not, as my teacher, my late principal would say, it's not about you going through the school, but the school going through you. And in order for us to do that, we must truly value learning that is focused on growth of our minds, encourages innovation, and ensures that we have job readiness. Competence. Competence is a really necessary ingredient. When our doctors, teachers, drivers, nurses, firefighters, and civil servants meet a high level of the required skill, then the entire nation benefits. Expression and creativity. Encouraging productive freedom of expression fosters accountability, transparency in the delivery of government services. Space to function. No nation can prosper without leadership that guarantees the independence of all the arms of government, ensuring that the checks and balances that are required to exist between state institutions are there in order to improve, again, delivery of services. And finally, the civil voice. Civil society, through which citizens' participation is enhanced, must remain outside of the purview of government control. The press, a critical component in fostering democratic governance and in holding leaders to account, must be allowed to be independent and operate in a free and open space. So as Salone marks 64 years today or yesterday, the true anniversary, we stand once more, as we do every year, at a crossroads. So whilst we acknowledge the challenges, we also must recognize, say, this is not a country with immense strength and wonderful potential and amazing people. But we need to move beyond the potential. We need actions where we guarantee a future where every young person in our country has access to quality education, meaningful employment opportunities, and empowering even the least to contribute to national development. We need to live in a Sierra Leone where transparent governance fosters trust, where health and social services uplift communities, along with inclusive and sustainable growth. Our national prosperity must be seen, must be felt, and must be tasted by all citizens of Mama Salone. The path forward involves harnessing our rich human capital, continuing investment in infrastructure, and fostering innovation, and very, very importantly, on a day like today, fostering unity. I get confidence, say Sierra Leoneans can and will transform these challenges into opportunities, emerging as a nation defined by progress, a nation that converts hope to reality. It's my hope that this symposium will inspire us to take the actions that will make the theme, understanding and reclaiming Salone Day, a national and a natural response of all citizens. Once more, happy Independence Day celebrations, and may God bless Salone.
We'll clap one more time, please, for her worship, the mayor of Freetown. And as he say, make we be reminded that a day like this green, white, and blue, this flag, the big pass we all, and it bring we together under one umbrella, irrespective of we tribe, we religion, we political party, or any other consideration. Now, we won't forget small lagida, because Salone people the way they celebrate will get small joy. So, I dey call two of we young, outstanding artists in the country. By the way, we get another big artist we get to perform later. We will give you an equi all for art, joy, and the true Salone spirit inside the celebration. So, and right after him, before me come back, we brother Willow Wise will follow. We're gonna put one together for Speedo.
Speedo, the proper talk of the sound of people, proper they get to kill us. You already know, drop it, DJ, let's go. Massacre, everybody know I get the rapper, everybody know the best. Somebody say, make no step, beware. Beware, the big rapper. Who will tell them make them walk, who will tell them make them run.
Master Pro on the beat.
Massacre, everybody know I'm ready, rapper, nobody can mess with. No, sir. The way I say the knock just for the hip hop, none of these rappers can match me. Who that's ready, know with the boss, who that's me speak flow, now me when nobody does that. Now you may be on the box when me flow, you the flex, so you pass under the code, we flow. You need the rapper, and the rapper, never left for listen, so they move too much of energy when they repeat this, on the sleep in the watch, when I know me flow deeper, on the way to me EP. Well, you know everybody looking in the black when I step, he go by, make everybody yelling my name to school, I'm ready now, put the music loud if it's too loud, so anybody with the listen, we flow. So let me show them how to do it, nobody do it, the way you do it, I can do it, many times nobody on my lane, but they make it with it, they give it with us, and they get it, come with it, come for the come, a lot of people, they made us, so they rap it, they made it, understand what's in the first track, I can really rap, make I sit to rap, such a motherfucker on every single track, no next on the track. So they say me that the flavor to the hip hop, and I know me leaders, so me not throwing nobody, run away, they believe in me, they say they give me the support, you tell myself, keep it, they want me down. But I don't ever say the party, bitch, I shook up me, who the motherfucker try to get them, and everyone gonna with me. So they try to pick it up, so they got it, they get my customers to the top, they better be warm. Call them about to the town, and big bump, call them about the street like me, yo. Anytime, in a minute, anytime, push line, blue rhymes, every second, every minute, every feeling, me killing it with a minute, who's pissed, do not go ever go by the competition, me the pop, when I mean the booth, I hear them all 14 cars, so you like a minute sleep, where you can't wake up. Motherfuckers on the money, one nigga, they hit to the like one nigga, but I keep going hard, one nigga, one mic, one stage, one nigga. Anybody wanna waste my nigga, it's 2 minutes fast for one nigga. The best rap nigga, you rap punching at me, so don't disrespect my energy, nigga. The best rap flow for one nigga. They don't want me get there, but I walk to get there, and I fought to get this one minute. If you come to get there, you don't walk to get there, you only break. Oh yeah.
Why they hate for big past the country?
Let's go! Everybody, let me see your hands up if you know the radio.
Just because me and you know they're the same level, so we don't fall work together. The side we walk you foot or the side we for dog. Whose side you remember?
Listen.
We don't go tell but we must stand back up. The side we name blacks, don't forget it.
Only on together, let's go.
Only on Mecca, only on.
Let's go.
Only on Mecca, only on. Only on Mecca, only on. Only on Mecca, only on.
You know what I'm saying?
No cipher, no cipher, no cipher, sweet Salone, no cipher, me and you this love not take away. No cipher, go Salone, like them talk, waiting them know. No cipher, go Salone, I don't wish we want to know. No cipher, go Salone, me and you this love not take away. Salone, no cipher, go Salone, try this Salone, accents of Africa. We sweet Salone, a place for good education and tourism. We sweet Salone, we country people on the blame with the culture. On our Salone, no side for go, no side for go, no side for go, no side for sweet Salone, no side for go, no side for go. Me and you this love not take away. No side for go, Salone. Let them talk, waiting them know. No side for go, Salone. Now we don't go sleep. Foreigners not get sleep as we do. Yeah, we go left, we go to the man, useless. Cause portable phone, now other man the table. This play we do so now. Now make people think what we need. Why we don't like we self, we don't know. Why we too hate we self, we don't know. How we go develop ya? Why we know that things alone, we don't know. Make me bring big box alone, so we go fix this small cause here. Everybody, I say yeah. Hey yeah. I say yeah. Yeah. Okay. One love, everybody, my minister. Thank you. Thank you. You won't keep a good man going. I love you, there is no place like home. If we play there, you go back home, it's country. Now we gonna be your brother's keeper. If we like we said, we go back home. Hello? Salam alaikum in Jesus' name, because we can't get in oneness. Muslim and Christian are the same. Serious time, awareness age. Yes, niceness to all distinguished ladies and gentlemen here present. This now we 64 Independence celebration, and I am Willie Wise alongside
Queen Ada.
And I have two songs for you because Salone with problem na attitude. So me, a musician, I use my music for change attitude. When your attitude change, the country go fine. So I'm doing two songs. The reggae rendition of an anthem and Lewi Lekwi Sef, we all man know below wise for. Selector, if you said, let me get you. And let me just see the flags. La da 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 da. Sierra Leone, Mama Salone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. The Mama Salone, time we lost the love of the country. What is this? I wish you the exactly. Rain of the free. Greatest the love we should have for you. We should be united whenever we stand. We should be singing the praise of native land. We should raise up our hearts and the voices on high, so that the hills and the valleys will re-echo our the blessing and peace will be ever known. Land that you know. Blessing and peace I say will be ever I owe. Land that we know, I was here around you. Yeah. One winter faded. Wisdom and spice, one little seed that never dies. Ever we seek to honor thy name, for us is a labor kind of shame. We should spread out no help on the children we fall. That blessing and peace may descend and also. Something ever alone. Land that you know, I was here around you. So that we miss out the end, ever alone. Land that you know, I was here around you. Yeah. Yeah, love amongst your brethren, like heaven on earth. Rastafari. Tiene partido en el parlamento. Togetherness, they bring the rest. Now we get the country interest. And interest what we said. We all know what about success. Now, people in America together forever. We country just go there for further. Selfish like that, they focus on no proper. Because for the drink and no go up, look how we country stand. We get this, we get that, but we suffer. People in America together forever. We country just go there for further. Selfish like that, they focus on no proper. Because for the drink and no go up, look how we country stand. We get this, we get that, but we suffer.
Thank you. Another clap for the Speedo and Willow Eyes. Sierra Leoneans, we for waiting. Sierra Leoneans, we for waiting. I know you for waiting. We for lack we serve. His Excellency, in the President's message on independence, now be an invitation for make we lack we serve. Now, before Balanta come, by the way, where will they call the different anthem? They will don't do the timini. We go while the timini people they will join for sing. The next anthem where they come out are the Limba anthem. So they are the Limba people where they are. Where they can sing the Limba and the national anthem in the Limba language. We watch now. The many people they wanna know say no more when they come. Then the Honorable Vice President, full of this, me and you, and the can't map near you, then ready for sing the full one. So we will join for singing that one day as well. But let's put hands together as they come forward for do the national anthem in the Limba language. Please come forward. right, one more time, please. I want to know your names as well. What are your names?
My name is Nyaina Vasamai.
Say that again.
Nyaina Vasamai.
Nyaina Vasamai. And you can sing the Limba national anthem. Salone beautiful, not so? Nyaina Vasamai, and then your name?
Edna Joanna.
Edna Joanna. Let's please put our hands together for these two wonderful young women who have just done a rendition of our national anthem in the Limba language. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for a very special performance, I present to you Balanta.
Okay. Sure. One, two. Okay. Hello. One, two. Hello. One, two. Hello.
Good evening. We are going to start with a song which all of us here know. The song goes like this. Bible was a warrior. He fought against the British. The British made him surrender. E ala koto maimu, e koto bekito, e ala koto maimu. Sing with me, let's do it together. Bible was a warrior. He fought against the British. The British made him surrender. E ala koto maimu, e koto bekito, e ala koto maimu. Let's do it again. Bible was a warrior.
Stop it! Stop it! Look up! You need shape? You need shape? Come on now! Come on now! Come on now! Come on now! Look up! Big man! Look at you! Look at you! When I sing any kind of bad song about one of the greatest heroes, we own freedom fighter. The man will lead the revolt against the colonial domination. Look at him. But I never blame una. What's our fault? The only thing we una sabi and know now that April 27, 1961, now the same way we get to independence. And they bet you sabi. But do you know that there was another April 27? Do you know? There was another April 27 as far back as 1898. Yes? So now, I can't tell you now what he have been doing now, 1st April 27. And what him by Bure do for this country. And now also they tell you now, why now 1st April 27 get more significance than the April 27 where we now they call we independence.
Governor Cardo, is it true that all the chiefs in the north signed the treaty?
Yes, Captain Sharp,
Well,
true.
then it means we don't have any problems. They owe allegiance to us.
Well, tell that to the French.
You mean they're going to ignore the treaties?
They are not going to ignore them. They are going to claim that they are ineffective. You know, the French, they have a patent for seizing the bull by its horn. And since we don't have any administrative jurisdiction over these areas...
They're going to claim them as being in their sphere of influence.
Precisely.
Well, it's just like the French to grab such an opportunity. But I hear there have also been complaints by traders of harassment.
Unfortunately, yes. There have been complaints by British and also Creole traders about attacks and thefts of their goods by local tribesmen.
Is there anything done to arrest the situation?
Well, you know Major Talbot?
Well, we have met, but I cannot say it was a pleasant experience.
He's not such a bad chap if you get to know him first.
Oh, really?
But anyhow, he's the one in charge of the frontier police in the north. And he claims he doesn't have enough men to police the area.
Well, from what I hear, his men spend their time doing other things.
Yes, I've heard these rumors too. One starts to wonder if this whole business with the frontier force wasn't a huge mistake.
Well, we cannot spend our time crying over spilt milk. So what are we going to do about all of it?
Well, it's all in the hand of the British government now. I've submitted a proposal for the setting up of a protectorate over all the spheres of our influence.
A protectorate? Are you sure the people are going to take kindly to that?
They might not, but it's in the best interest of the British Empire.
But wouldn't setting up a protectorate involve valuable institutions of British administration throughout the hinterland?
Yes, for sure. And we are going to look into that. But we get to the details once the government approves.
Well, I better be off to see my men, but I'll drop in again later.
No problem, Captain Sharp. I will see you.
This another key.
Let us hear the message that you have for us.
The District Commissioner for Kaina District.
District Commissioner?
Yes, sir.
What is District Commissioner?
Captain Sharp, the white man who's like governor in this area.
Oh, you come here, come.
Yes, sir.
Come. What do you mean, District Commissioner? But listen, you mean the governor is no longer staying at Woka?
The governor is in Freetown. Captain Sharp is the District Commissioner, sir.
Yes. How do you call him again?
District Commissioner.
What does he want from me?
He says I should tell you that now that you've been made the paramount chief in this chiefdom, in this kingdom, you have to go to Bootlocker to be given your staff of office.
Paramount chief?
Yes, sir.
District Commissioner?
Yes,
what
sir.
is that? And staff of office? I don't understand.
That was the message I was asked to give you, sir.
I've had your message. But go back and tell whosoever that sent you that I don't understand his message.
The district commissioner will not be pleased with that answer, sir.
Listen, I don't even know who your district commissioner is. Una sabia? Una sabia? Hey, listen. Go and tell him that I'm going anywhere.
But
what? Fool! Get out!
Okay, sir.
Get out!
Maybe he's the district commissioner. District commissioner.
I don't think so. And I don't even understand what you mean by paramount chief or district commissioner protectorate. Imagine! I don't understand. I don't understand. You don't understand?
No.
All right.
Maybe he has misunderstood the message he was asked to bring. That man is obviously a fool.
I still don't think so. What is chasing you?
They're not arrested by Foki.
Arrested?
Yes.
Arrested?
Yes. His son was tied and taken to Poloko. He has been locked in the prison barracks.
Masumo.
Hand tied and locked up. Who? What madman did that?
Those frontier police, about 6 of them, went to his compound and took him away.
But why? What happened? Why?
They say, you're not going to Poloko for go taking staff.
What stuff?
You know you hear the message? They say they don't declare protectorate. Now that they will we.
These white men are not serious. They are not serious. We tell them so we want the ruling.
No.
We tell them.
I'm serious, so.
So the messenger was not mad.
Messenger? What messenger?
Yes. One madman came here. He said he wants me to move to Podoko to collect some stuff from editing street. I don't even understand.
I received the same message. I was in Poloko about 2 days ago. I was given a walking stick with a golden head. I met a white man there called Captain Sharp. He said he is the district commissioner. They have declared a protectorate, so they are now ruling us.
I talk him. It don't happen. It don't happen. I knew something was going to happen.
Bokari Bam say, don't meet tomorrow. Don't make meeting.
Okay.
The bloody cowards all ran away.
What? What we are taken by surprise?
Surprise! A bunch of so-called 30 policemen routed by a bunch of savages.
So we are armed.
And so,
Major Tabet, you seem to be only making excuses for what can only be called disgraceful behavior by your men.
I am not making excuses.
Why did you arrest him anyhow? Don't you know that by Forky is one of the most important Timini chief in the north?
I did not arrest him.
Oh, so you took him to a party then?
There is no need to be sarcastic.
The man was handcuffed and locked up, and you say you did not arrest him?
That was a result of my men misunderstanding my instruction. I told them to return to Putloko with him.
And they took that to mean that he should be arrested.
Exactly.
The whole thing has placed us in a very bad light.
Exactly. Especially the forcible release of Baifoki by his men. It makes us look foolish. And we must make sure that something like that does not recur. Especially now that we are going to start collecting the
Wait. So they are now asking us, they want to pray for we house them. We all still shout, they don't want to pray. That's not all. They have declared a protectorate for a country. Obey the white district.
Yeah, district commissioner. Yes, and the district commissioner is the representative of the governor. By Forky was tied and led to put lock up, where he was locked up. Can you imagine a chief tied and locked up?
Me gonna put lock up because if I connect, ask me, for me one tick the collar working tick the same staff of office. Can you back me? You should have gone. You see my own staff that was given to me.
You know, you don't forget it. Change this. I bet this is for carry.
If it had been for the timely action of Bai Salamansa by rescuing by Forky, who knows what will happen now?
But why did they do this? Why are they doing all of this?
There is still more which they plan to do. Unko, we are no more rulers of our people and we cannot allow witchcraft, murderers, and all other serious issues. The district commission to be the one judging those matters. Muhammad Rasulullah.
Make ask. If we not achieve it again, they ask me for me to pay tax. We no longer judge our neighbors. What is left for us? Nothing. What is left? Look, it means we are no longer owner of our lands and houses. Yes.
Several years ago, you, I won't listen to me. See? I want that white people. I want you that they are not to be trusted. But you never listen. Now see. Huh? See where we are. Wait.
You wondered, and you are right, but the mistake have been made. So what will we do now?
Kari. Oboy. I think you sent a petition to the government.
Yes.
Connect the question you don't take up. To remain.
Do we all agree to step the petition to the governor to go camp?
Yes.
You can send your petition. You can send. But I know it will make no difference.
Not engage in war with neighboring tribes. As we now know the benefits of peace, it seems that the British people want to take our country from us. We cannot agree to pay the tax, as paying tax for our houses means we no longer own them.
We therefore ask that you reconsider the tax issue. Who do these people think they are? I hope you've given them a suitable reply, sir.
Certainly, certainly. That's actually already the second petition.
I believe the claims are totally valid.
All of them, Tabet.
It seems, Major Tabet, your men, a little power as seems to have gone up to their heads. They've now become tyrants, and they take pleasure in showing utter disregard for the chiefs.
Well, I received some complaint myself, but these claims are difficult to prove.
Governor Cardew, I believe the whole force should be disbanded and completely restructured.
There are no resources for that at the moment.
Governor Cardew, stand, sir. The force needs restructuring, and some of these men need to be thrown out. I believe you have seen the proposal I sent to the Secretary for Native Affairs.
I've seen it, but as I said, they are not sources of changes. Proposal at my table.
Governor, what are you planning related to the hot tax?
Well, I've written a response to them. Sections to you. About the frontier put. Have been looked into, and they found to be out will be taken against erring members of the force. However, government cannot, as you request, try to do so. Intertribal wars would commence again. In a short time, there would be such anarchy and confusion, and our neighbors would so suffer from the disturbances that they would step in and occupy and control your country themselves. Rest assured that if England does not rule you, another European power, notably France, will do so. I then point out the advantages of British rule over French rule, and then I come to the need for the hot tax. Yes. I regret to inform you that the government is in no position to rescind its decision with regards to payment of a hot tax of 5 shillings per house. The money collected will be used to finance British administration in the Protectorate and provide some services, such as roads. And therefore, and pay your tax.
This is the response, the reply from the governor. Sabe, Supotul, Mine, Ikpashet, Tudong Ikpashet Nina. Where till we go to? We don't come back. Where till we go to? Oh, now we pay, don't forget about this.
Just like that, I little pay low for everybody. We're not beginning. If we pay now, we lost all right to ownership. We lost all cheap. I agree. I
don't see how we can pay. But then, if we don't pay, what will we do when they start arresting us?
I don't want to be arrested or let's forget about this thing. Okay? I will not. I said, what is this? Huh?
Was it not to defend our land and our people against those who seek to dominate us? Eh? Yes? And it will be poor. What you said? It will pervasive war. I will fight against those who seek to dominate us. I will fight for the people in this land.
Abure! Abure! Nadande no more boy you for. Okay, super tool. We all know you're waiting the chief does. Abure, Opofof. Are we going to pay the hot tax in domination? Or are we going to fight, even if we die in battle? We dey pay or we not dey pay?
We not dey pay.
We now wait. We catch people away come back when I ask so quick they couldn't talk about it. Lord talk and now we all understand for tomorrow about that. Yeah. We dey pay or we not dey pay?
We not dey pay.
So Rame?
Give me your hands on that. Let us see our result. We know the pay.
When should I start to collect the tax?
I suggest you should be able to, but assistance from me. But I doubt you will meet any major.
Well, I intend to do effective collection. Anyone who refuses to pay will be arrested.
That's the kind of spirit we need.
Sir!
I suggest you hold your men in the unlikely event of a revolt.
That's highly unlikely, sir. Once these people realize we mean business, they'll quieten down and toe the line.
Well, unfortunately for the British, the people did not toe the line. Unfortunately for the British, the people did not toe the line. The people in Barracks, they say they know they pay. They know they pay the tax. However, the British are self in Barracks, they say they for pay.
We need to
chief one guy is absolutely terrified about this cab life by Brewer stuff.
We have to arrest him, or we will never succeed with collecting the tax.
We will arrest him.
And I saw the Odd Sax War starts in February 1898. The colonial administration, they make big mistake. They try to arrest Baibue with the other northern chiefs. Baibue, he lead the revolt. He conducts a very effective guerrilla campaign with support from warriors there and supply from chiefs there, including the chief that went at the south. Where the war begin? Now only the northern part of the country the war began. Until the chief they went at the south, then step beside say, then they join the war. Then decide for join the war. Then pick weapon. And this happened inside April 27, 1898. So you see, they make April 27 as the Independence Day, when a reflection of now 1st April 27, when the people come together for fight against oppression by the colonial domination. But we still unite like people them again. We still there as people them, we unite. This now question we all left with you, and we already now. We able come together and unite. Like how we people then unite now 1st April 27, 1898.
Now one country we get Salone. Now one country we get Salone. We all now one people them. We all now one family. We all now Sierra Leoneans. Sing with us. Now one country we get Salone. Make we all know say, no matter how you go, no matter what happen, we get one Salone. Sing with us. Now one country we get Salone. Now one country we get Salone. We all now one people and we all one family. We all are Sierra Leone. Now one country we get Salone. Now one country we get Salone. We are now one people and we are now one family. We are now
Hello. One more time for Baibue and the crew and the traditional leaders and Balanta Academy. I want to apologize for some of the technical problem we get with the microphones. I hope we do get the message anyhow. Now we invite Poet D for present a very short poem, and then we will get the Minde anthem. Poet D, please come and present a short spoken word piece.
Yeah.
I grew up watching deep into my grandfather's mouth every time he was talking. Just so I wouldn't miss any beautiful story about this land that we are stalking. For every Saturday morning, we wake up in a Madingo Osk, we wake very early because the cultural follow with the witness the Fajr prayer together as a family. And after worshiping, this part will sit down at the middle. Then me with me begin, I can let for the front they listen, while me back view they stop another man from not saying. I love stories, so even though they can tap me, I still know about this. This part tells me stories about how the nations was once spirited, something time can never say. We learn about 1961, about how freedom came and about how the new chapters begun. We learn about how the chains were broken, about how victory was won. He said, Bobo, you remember Valentina? I said, no, pa, my existence not be there into this world. His reply made me realize we the Gen Z, we not be fed the fat, now we can fed for the vest, and now we don't shed the sweat. He said, you scrutinize screens, utilize lies, realize too late, hypnotized by vision, then when they fail for visualize on our feet. But tell me this, do you remember the total darkness, the battles we have won, the mountains we have climbed, the seeds we have sown? Say you remember. To a few shall come. Little by little, birds we build the next to come. Slow but surely, we progress go surely come. For we are the builders, we are the ground shakers. With hands joined together, our voice is so clear. We will deliver the future with hearts full of pride. Happy independence, Mama Salone, with nothing to hide. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Please, one more time for the Mende National Anthem. Thank you. I think we know your names. We just want to know your name as well. Okay, so all of you, and you all attend what school? Matili International School. We want to thank Matili International School for teaching their kids the national anthem in all the local languages in Sierra Leone. One more time, please, for Matili. Thank you very much. Please, now you can take your seats. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to why we're here. I want to invite our three distinguished speakers to join us on the stage. Please put your hands together for Professor Joe A.D. Ali. He will come forward. The presidential librarian, eminent historian, teacher, and archivist is here with us. As he comes forward, we can show him some love. Let's put our hands together. He will come all the way to the stage. We will also invite the young historian, Joseph Ben Kaifala, who will also come to the stage as well now. This way, sir. Okay, you can come up that way as well. Joseph Ben Kaifala is a published author. He's a distinguished historian. He's a lawyer and is a chairman of the Monuments and Relics Commission of Sierra Leone. And we also want to invite Madam Aissatou Tholu Bangura. Let's put our hands together as well. Madam Aissatou Tholu Bangura. All right. Madam Tholu Bangura is around, I can assure you. I think she will make her way to the stage in a minute. I'm just going to tell you what's in the apple now, inside these next few minutes. First, we will listen for about 10 minutes to Professor Joe Ali. He will deliver the first mini lecture on the significance of April 27, and he will tell me a little bit about the 1890s and what you will see inside the Balanza play, waiting for land, waiting for day. The second, after Professor Ali, we will also listen to historian Joseph Kaifala in Kokam. He share a few thoughts as well, particularly focused on 1961 and the conversations which been happening at Sierra Leone in 1961 and what happened around there. And then we will transition to a conversation between the three of them, but starting with Madam Aissatou Tholu Bangura. Without further ado, please welcome Professor Joe A.D. Ali, we own teacher.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Vice President, the Mayor of the Municipality of Freetown, let me stand on existing protocols. I dare for talk about April 27, and fortunately, the Balanta Academy don't lay the foundation. 1898, April 27, now the day that we people then begin the struggle for independence. 2 years before 1898, the British been declared a protectorate, followed by a house tax rebellion, where the people say they're not going to pay the tax, not because they're not able to pay, but I mean the principle behind the paying of the tax. Before 1896, now the British, they give the chief them some money where they call stipend for protect the trade routes and the missionaries. Now the table don't turn, they say the people they for pay for an administration where they not be asked for an administration where not be conquered them. But the people, they not just grab them first. They write first to the governor through Captain Wilfred Sharp, say they're not able to pay the tax. And throughout the letters where they send the petitions, they don't ever talk about huts. Because not to hurt the people that in their houses. But in colonial literature, they call them hot tax war, not to be hot. And not to just because of that, they decide for theft. That Protectorate Proclamation of August 1896, it deprived the chiefs of their rights, their powers, everything. Imagine you na chief, you know able to talk case na you land. You not to chief again. And before 1896, they call them kings and queens them. But with Protectorate Proclamation, they say now one queen no more for day, Queen Victoria. So they reduce the people then titles to paramount chiefs, where they're not being left. And several other things where the British been do, where they're not being quite left. They divide the Protectorate into 5 administrative districts. Me, I just give you one example, Ronyeta district. Ronyeta district, you get Temne, you get Mende, you get Shebra, you get Loko. But the headquarters have been Kwelu, where they in a Mende country. Imagine you get case na Yonibana. You get for go all the way na Kwelu for go Toka. The distance be long, but over and above that, na be foreign country. Case where you be dey talk na you land. Now you get for go na other man the land for go talk the case. These and all other things make the people that we not agree for wetin don't happen. So we dey resist, but then begin for right. The governor when I be military officer say, but then why am a bushman? They no able to organize themselves, so they not going to resist. But now the reverse happen. Baibure lead the war na the north, and as Balanta point out, even chiefs from the south and east, they send the Yoso Jamade for help Baibure. So they talk about a national rising, where the British put down. But that was not the end. On the 27th of April, 1898, the war began in the southeast. And then now, they not been get one leader like Baibure where they lead them. They use the poro for spread the message, the secret message, where they call Ngoyila one word. So with the Guardian warriors, they move from town to town, they spread that the British they don't know. All of a sudden, on 27 April 1898, the war began. So that 1898, April 27, now the beginning of independence. But it not stop there. On April 27, 1951, the political leaders in this country decide to form a political party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, for continue that war will be begin 1898. And how the SLPP come about? We been get a governor in this country, Hubert Stevenson, we form a constitution, we been get the effect for transfer power from the colony to the protectorate. For 2 main reasons. The protectorate people, they be boku pass the people in the colony. And the protectorate also na be the breadbasket of this country. So for these 2 reasons, more representation be get for come from the protectorate than the colony. As you would imagine, a lot of colony people be there against that because they be so close to the British and they feel say where the British then go, now they go take over. But that not happen. They send a lot of petitions to the British, say the British don't disappoint them. But nothing not come out of that. In 1950, they formed a political party, National Council of Sierra Leone, for block the implementation of the Constitution. Well, 3 pressure groups in this country. One, na PEPU, Protectorate Educational Progressive Union, where one of the leaders there, na be this man from Rotifung, na be Loko, una all sabi name Karifasman. Na he be the leader. Then the other group, na be SOS, Sierra Leone Organization Society, where we get leaders from all the ethnic groups in this country. Then you can get a small colony organization where the People's Party, headed by Lamina Sanko. Lamina Sanko has been Creole. He be named Reverend Jones. But if you want to align himself with the people of the protectorate, because he said, we all na the same country. Now the British we don't divide, we say you're a colony, you're a protectorate. But we all belong to the same party. So then 3 organizations, PEPU, SOS, and People's Party, come together in 1951 for continue that struggle whereby Bure then begin. They form the Sierra Leone People's Party. And waiting to be the motto of that party. One country, one people. For sure say, it no matter who say you come out, it no matter your social standing, it no matter your economic standing, we all now one people. And then choose the palm tree as a symbol. And that also will get a meaning. The original palm tree will get 3 palm fronds. 13 palm fronds. Then branch them way there on the palm tree if you look the SFPP symbol. And that will get a meaning. We will get 12 districts in the colony. So you see that 13 branches where they go, each one will they represent one administrative district in this country. The SLPP then begin fed for independence. And we will get a lot of leaders from the protectorate, from the colony, where they all come together. PC by Farimatas II, where he became for Kantok Naya, Samilton, Albert, Shaka Stevens, Kandebure, AGB John, Joy Sumner, a lot of people come together from all sides of the country for form that party for fight for independence. Well, the independence struggle begin from that point. I get only 10 minutes. By 1960, where they form the United National Front, Samilton said, why we all they fight for this one thing when independence? Why we not we come together as one body for go meet the British for negotiate independence? Not to be a one-party system, now be a government of national unity. They go, they arrange this independence, and then choose April 27, 1961 as the day of independence. For continue that struggle whereby Bure them start in 1898 to 1951 where they form the political party to 1961 where we finally get to independence. So April 27 a very important day in this country. It's really very important. And they're not being just chosen out of anything. They really think of the struggles, the initial struggles where the chiefs begin. And as Balanta been pointed out, by Bure na the north even day. When he begin that war, the chiefs then at the south and east, they send soldiers there for help. So they not be they look and say this na the northern part, this na south. They look at this country as one country. And we all na the same people. So if by Bure they not start for fight for something where will benefit to all, we they send with soldiers then for help them. And so that unity begin. It continued to 51 where they form the SLPP. It continued to 1961 where we finally get independence. So April 27 we found them a very important day in this country. Whichever part of the country you did, where April 27 reach, you for remember say na the day of freedom. It's very, very important. Thank you.
Now, put your hands together one more time for the professor for the brief but very powerful lecture. I will come do a couple of follow-up questions, but now I want to also listen to the historian Joseph Kaifala as well for about 10 minutes for share the issues of 1961, which have been the happen during the independence conversation, building on the excellent presentation which the professor just made.
Plenty, thank you. Una, good evening. Mina Joseph Ben Kaifala, Although all man at this country know me as Gojo, because the last time where I introduced myself as Commissioner Ben Kaifala, the soldier man say they arrest me for impersonation because I know the other Ben Kaifala and get belle. Me dry like would I know it for 7 days. Today a very important day. I'm glad the way we there because for many years I don't try for make sure say we gather on this day for really think and celebrate we country. Today I there for talk about April 27. Now this day American man say Gojo and Gojo walks into the room. Napoyo no more no day. Then they say I ask Gojo, I say they say you don't retire, so me na senior Gojo now. I say no, not now. But senior Gojo don't tell you now all thing. Waiting no mommy get for do now for add small. By the time the independence time, the 1960s been they come around, the SFP people they under the threat for fall apart. But two of the political leader then we don't begin left. Samiti Magai your brother Albert Magai and Siaka Stevens then left the party, then go form the new party. So by 1959, a small party they don't bokuna the country. One of the reasons we make people then be the left Samiti Magai now that they be seen as gradualists. Samiti Magai not be see the British as enemy. It be one that we take with time because he say the British then don't become fumble. We not to like other African country there. Yeah, from 1787 where the settlers then first arrived now will become part of the British system. They be they see we as part of them. So Samuel Magai not be one, let we rush, let we get in, let we fight for independence like other country there. So he be very slow. Now thinker, he think every element of the process. Siaka Stevens, Albert Magai and others now being radical. Then they want independence as quickly as possible. And one of the things we divided during that time, they now because Siaka Stevens, Albert Magai and others claim say they want elections before independence. Siaka Stevens says, Samuel Magai say, let we get independence and then we could go into elections. So by now the SLPP and then various small parties, they don't get one word, all man get your own stance. But the important part of this narrative now, waiting me want to emphasize today, coalition building in leadership. When Samuel Magai realized the party, SLPP, they fall apart, and not go able to lead this independence movement by himself, he decided for create waiting Senior Gojo mentioned earlier as the United National Front. We include all the political leaders and the major political leaders in the country at the time for go negotiate Salone independence in London. Again, even though Siaka Stevens still not agree with this idea of independence before election, he joined them. He go. But he maintained in position. And as Incessant writes, because of this disagreement here, where he be one let them settle before Salone get independence, where they not deal with one, this issue of elections before independence. Two, it says Samuel Magai be don't promise and say they go get experts, then we go guide them through the negotiation. Intake and say the British and are experts there, they don't rule the world for all this while. For go negotiate with them, we need we own experts them for the deal. That now the other reason. Three, he said they don't do secret negotiation. As me and Minister Chernow for say, they get agreement inside agreement. And that agreement, when I hear suspicion that the British be one maintain certain military base na Salone, where they not deal with publicly before they reach London, and be one let them deal with them. So because of that, as SSF writes, where the Independence Declaration reach a writer by English, I pushed the paper away from me in disgust. He say he pushed the paper like a dirty. So at the end of the day, he not agree sign that document. He left in London. He come back na Salone. That in movements day, elections before independence. now it end up in July 1960 for become the APC party, the All People's Congress. And Siaka Stevens become the major opposition in the country. Unfortunately for we, when Milton Magai come back to the country, they're still not able to bring Siaka Stevens back to the government, even though he managed to create proper coalition where being very, very inclusive. If we remember Sir Milton Magai for anything now for in coalition building technique and in inclusive governance, I think we can all use that day, especially in Salone today. Now, they agree say Salone forget independence on April 27, 1961. We then come back, then suspect say Siaka Stevens and Wallace Johnson and a few others be one disrupt the enjoyments for the Independence Day. So they arrest them and put them in jail. But I no more I tell you now, Sir Milton Magai na be magnanimous person, he believe in coalition, even when we not disagree, you not to enemy. So even when Siaka Stevens and others been there at Pademba Road, he send them one bottle brandy, send them back for celebrate their country independence. So then safe day na Pademba Road, but they enjoy this independence celebration because throughout in leadership, it be one let all man be part of this new Sierra Leone with the bill. When I listen to the speech early, in that speech it emphasized few things. One, agriculture. Two, that's not change because all along we Salone people then don't responsible for we country and therefore we for continue for undertake that. Also to the school picking them. One of the reasons where the protectorate leaders rise now because of education. So emphasize say we all for take we education seriously we in school because you get for be the next leaders of this country. And they repeat that so now today. But fundamentally in that speech, waiting it talk where I want to repeat to one that you all have an especial responsibility to avoid conflict which may be detrimental to the good of your country. If you left Nayat today, you don't remember anything else because then history and they would talk Boku. Remember that phrase. You all have an especial responsibility to avoid conflict which may be detrimental to the good of your country. So now so Salone take independence on April 27, 1961. Now, later on, unfortunately for we, Sir Milton Magai not lived very long in 1964, April 28, interestingly today, he died. There were no plans in place for his replacement, and therefore the chaos that we ended up witnessing up to the Civil War began, the fight for power. After the 1967 elections, the coalition building idea that Sir Milton Magai come with fall apart. When chaos starts, then tell Siaka Stevens say if we form coalition government, he say you're not going to do that day. He say you get fundamental disagreement with Albert Magai. He say because Albert Magai won Republican Constitution, in Oleka. Also, Albert Magai won single party government. You know one thing, if he agree to that, then a violation of the principles we don't commit to in constituents. Of course, various military regimes come into force, and later, eventually, Siaka Stevens become the Prime Minister of this country. One of the major first things that we do now for make Salone a republic. So until we say a fundamental point of disagreement. The second thing we do now for make this country one party state. The second thing we say now one fundamental disagreement. So there forward, we all know the history of this country up until 30 years later, this country descended into violent civil war. We lived through 11 years civil war. Fortunately for we, the civil war ends in January 2002. We have enjoyed relative peace. And in order to maintain that peace, I will repeat again that phrase from Sir Milton Magai. You all have an especial responsibility to avoid conflict which may be detrimental to your country. I tell you, thank you, and I'm glad for we were all there today.
Thank you very much. Bring the mic. Please, now put your hands together one more time for historian Joseph Kaifala. Now, we will take the conversation quickly. The Mami have been telling us say go sit down, and I go ask her some questions informally. Because history is not just the formal history of what happened. History is people in life. One of them people in there from 1951 old on your e-bots. Now be a great man. PC by Faramatas. A few years ago, President Bio gave a speech. He paid homage to the founders of the SLPP and the leaders of independence. One of the names they will call now PC by Faramatas. I've been getting the privilege for meet in Pekin, Madam Aissatou Tolubangura, and I've been asked him, say, instead for Cam, just share some informal anecdotes about him papa and what he remember April 27 from 1961. So quickly, Madam, tell me who that be Mr. Tolubangura will become PC by Faramatas and the role where he play, where you see where you be small picking in this conversation about independence. I've been telling you we'll keep on shop because I want to keep the yes man. So please go ahead.
Well, good evening again. Mina Aissatou Bompose Tolubangura. Me papa na been paramount chief by Faramatas II of Magbema Chiefdom, Cambia District. Now being friends them, if I remember good, come together. Most of the tribes them, including Creole people then, na Freetown, where they go to Papa na Cambia, me not to me big past them all, but na me being frisky past all, where I they go in and out and ask boku question. So most of the chiefs them, he always they say wef don't come. Then go give me 6 pence na all them kinds in the I and go be here to me step mama them. That same day for lewa no kana country, chief them, they married woman from all the other chiefdoms them. In fact, na give them they give you with respect. That they respect you, they give you. So me papa, na been one of the literate chiefs them from both school. If you remember both school, then we make them for royal picking them, then chief them picking them. Last week, say we been get we much past Nabo. So all them here, the minister go to me and say to me, "You wonder who can keep comping with you now." So that then we pick here all, then go know what thing done they happen. We young papa now been the leader for this politics. Now then first go 1951 to the Queen in Papa. Then go with both for go ask and talk about independence for we country. Because that time they both school now they get good book man them. So this 27 what they celebrate, we get different versions of them. But the version we remember is that the thing when they sit down and this meeting na England, na Lancaster House, na London, na be April 27. So you know what's mind the day when you begin something with the 9 and the tick. So then say when they grant with the independence, now that date they then go back to whether that one day right or wrong, but we been getting independence that date day.
And so I want to ask you, as you say, you were at the threatening way a little bit. I just want to ask you on April 27, 1961. I don't say you not being a young person. Yes. What do you remember that day? Tell me what do you remember, how that day?
That day I be memorable day. I been just past me common entrance. I go FSS school. So now I pick we for make we go Queen Elizabeth playing field. New uniform, new all thing. For make we march from there for go recreational grounds, what we call now.
Now at the National Stadium.
National Stadium. Then can we go there, but we get ambulance then, we get all thing here we because the sun, in case anything do we. So then can we go? We listen to the speech, even though we not be understand, we the picking them, but we listen. What's in been the man in himself? It just escaped me. But the
governor at the time.
The governor waving the
Maurice Dorman.
Yes.
Yes. He be giving his speech.
Yes, he give his speech. When he don't give his speech, Sam Milton give his speech. Because that time the William Papa don't die in 1958, July 30. So when they don't make them speech here, now they down the Union Jack.
And then they lift up.
They lift up the green, white, and blue.
All
they
right.
give we all small flag, then they get them wire. Then they can serve we jollof rice.
So you don't say who this jollof rice?
Soft drinks. Then serve we am. Then they give me some cup them. Where Mark say I don't Independence Day.
But I don't want to let the weather catch me in the wrong way. Say you find out what, yes.
Now, the word independence, like you want to ask people them what. Salone, we don't get independence. What does independence mean to me? And what does the word independence mean, especially for the way they come up? It means say, you don't of age. You don't take your power for yourself. Now you they look after yourself. Now you they do everything for yourself. But from when me they don't take the independence, I always they ask this question. So are they ask the picking they don't born and the grand picking them today? Are we really independent? Anything what we want, we get for go ask for them. We get all the resources. But which benefit it gets to we? Look, we picking them all. Then they done school, pass finance. Then they fan work all day, pass finance, as we can talk now Creole. So are we really independent?
So that's a very, very good question, Andy.
I want for left this utuna, mommy, papa, picking, mayor, vice president, president Bill. I they ask this question: are we really independent? Because if we all can sit down and think of that, the meaning of being independent, Salone go better. Middle independent from where at 22.
Right.
Because where 22 I come home now, I begin work na Paramount Hotel, me na hotel here. By the time at the 22 plus, I tell me people they say, I they go out on my own.
All right.
I don't 77, I not turn back.
And you don't be a strong entrepreneur.
Are we really independent? Mothers, fathers, everybody think about it.
Thank you.
No come bury any kind bury they want bury. Say they want not been better for just even inside there.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you very much. I'll put your hands together for Auntie Aisatu Tolubangora. Jerry Ali, I think a great point the Mami is. You can always talk about this idea of flag independence. That not so dandy. What I want to ask you before we go is, what do you think, say, on the morning of April 28, 1961, we could have done different than what we did?
Well, the Mamidon raised a very important question. And when you say you independent, you don't do it for yourself. That you're able to chart your developmental plans, how you want to make your country go. But we'll be able to do that at independence. Let us not forget, say we get that independence during the Cold War period, where Britain not the one that we left it. The independence where we get, now with marking called flag independence. You put down the Union Jack, and raise the green, white, and blue. But over and beyond that, wetin independence be mean, not for just dance and sing. Because I remember that night of April 26, as a schoolboy in Moyamba, we go to the coronation field. 12:01, they put the Union Jack, then they raise the
green, white, and blue.
Now the first time some of we drink one bottle of soft drink. You know, because we visit at that night independence, enjoy, then give with them souvenir cup them, you know, as Mami talk. Get me soft drink, I feel good. But
so we too for don't do different. Sorry, I the Russian all because I need for clothes.
Different is that we for don't chart a very good path way for lead way to which side will be one make this country go. Some military be say one makes Salone a model state. You know they make model state no more than you want. Before don't work towards that. But one of the problems we get at this country is during the first 10 years of independence, we for don't really begin grow. We get different leaders in this country. And the problem about that is that continuity not been there. This leader they come with your idea.
So political instability and lack of continuation and then thing in there.
Then country always already been talked about, I think at the mayor, Malaysia, Singapore, they get a period of stability. Then they get leaders they will be there for a very long time. Right. They're able to put their programs together.
Sorry, Joseph Kaifala, last word. Waiting are your message to other young people about waiting we for embody as we go forward?
Look, me truly believe say we in an independent country, but we got the power for govern ourselves. By the time when Salone become independent, some country then be see they under colonialism. We get problems. We own problems be made worse when civil war broke up in this country. So all the progress we don't make, everything be done reverse. So we still face difficulty for stand straight. But I believe say we in a very independent country. But the only way we will be able to make this country into what we want now if we all continue for work together. In leadership, we for maintain coalition, we for listen to one another, and in individual responsibility, people then they destroy public property in this country because they say na government property. We all for take responsibility for this country, any sector where we did for let we make it better. Now finally, April 27 not the only suggested date for independence. In fact, now the one problem that always can Stephen get back.
Samuel Timber, my guy, you want to do on him birthday.
Yes.
That be your preference than
yes, and Sir Stephen be one day because it be one early independence.
Okay.
But then the British insisted that.
No, go back to the dates we get history.
Yes.
Would all put your hands together for the historians, for all the knowledge and the reflections. Well, actually, I think you guys can stay here while we invite the Honorable Vice President for come and deliver the closing reflections. Ladies and gentlemen, I want the folks come for get as they can ready, come forward and can sing the fuller national anthem as they set up the stage for the VP, can sing the fuller anthem for we, and then right after that, we will get the Honorable Vice President, we will come.
So we come bantu maku edina maku mauningol gi gol men joganima tidingal potal men daroto hapoma Imen jaraman tadi lady jibinande amen mentona ifondo amen ekongudi amen kotowi pelledeng e joli ding nonotito ulangu amen barki ekise ko antu odani yoleindi meidi
What's your name?
Mohamed Gorkajalo.
Mohamed Gorkajalo, thank you very much. I want to make you back today just for that very wonderful rendition. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's rise on our feet as we welcome the country's Vice President, a lover of history himself. This man, a lecturer, an astute international diplomat, a leader, and a champion, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, will deliver the closing reflections.
Thank you very much. Kindly sit down, please. Honorable Ministers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, who can deliver closing reflection, Usa Yugle Bibik Bukmandene Professor J.D. Alide, Usa the Mayor of Non-Talk, now a very big responsibility. First, I want to tell all the speakers before me, thank you. The issues they were not raised, and we historians and the thing they were not talk about, the road to independence. Today, I wanted to know say also, by the time we get to 1961, Sierra Leone, unlike most other countries then, now the Commonwealth, being get the intellectual capacity for prepare for independence. By 1924, inside Freetown alone, we been getting newspapers then, where the quality of their newspapers then be equal to any newspapers then in the world, including a Britain. So, where I've been writing my PhD, I've been getting opportunity for go do research. Now London, I get opportunity for go to the Common House, the House of Commons. I go read some of the scripts there during the time when they debate for give Salone independence. And one of the things there where one of the MPs then say Sierra Leone, like most other countries, they may not write, meaning that they get sufficient bookman for let them able to hand over power and then believe say, then bookman then they go move Salone forward. Today, I want to close for just make two important statements. First is that let people know, and Sierra Leoneans they know say, independence is not an end. Independence is a means to an end. What does that mean? It means in 1961, when Sierra Leoneans then decide, led by Samilton Magai, the leader of the then the great SLPP party, where they mean they take over the reins of the country, where they mean they inherit the responsibility for look after themselves, for look after the young country, and take the destiny of the young country in hand, now a journey. So I want to let Sierra Leoneans that know say independence, it's an unending journey to build a nation state. Not a journey where it don't end. You get generation of people from Samilton Magai, you come down to Sheikh Stevens, you go to several heads of state and leaders of government, including we own president. They are all part of that journey to build a nation state. So now a journey where every one of we, including we self in we own time, we can make we own modest contribution to nation building, and we hand them over back to generations yet unborn for continue that journey there, for develop prosperity and deliver development to our people. So this journey, today, the independence so they celebrate now the symbolism of this journey. So what would they celebrate today? Would they celebrate independence since 1961 in different ways? Today, we your minister, hard-working minister, don't decide say, now this way, one day we celebrate independence. But people in the celebrate at different ways, different levels. Some people they will decide, say they want to celebrate at a family level. Then they together, they enjoy themselves. Some people they want to celebrate at a district level. I remember we have been small, and then I know we parent them in the Putwin and Mutukada and first weekend at Potloko, Independence Day for just can dance debut. Now that way they them in the celebrator. But what do we celebrate? We celebrate this journey and the value of this celebration. It remind we say as a nation that we don't inherit a task to build a nation state. And the task where they as earned, the tax where forefather they inherit, the tax where they as earned, and the tax where lie ahead. So, at the heart of this very important task is to build a nation state that is capable of delivering development and prosperity to its people. So over the years, since independence, we don't get what we would call the commitment, constant commitment for build innovative structures, governance structures them, and patterns them for forge a national identity. And this national identity to build a nation state. So today, when you look at the world, a growing divisive world, when you look at the region, who's how we did today. Today we get the privilege and opportunity for Salone. Some people on the other side, and they laugh, then they eat, then they enjoy themselves. We get countries them, when our sister countries them, like Mali, like Sudan, like Burkina Faso, like Niger. You list them, they don't get the blessing where we enjoy today, when a peace and stability. What in that they tell me? They tell me say, since independence, we constantly they search for forge a national identity where go promote national cohesion. And like where we sister come just now, he say we get independence. What do he mean? It means say today, now we they look after we say. Not to the white man they look after we. Then they itself a fundamental value. Maybe you could say the way how they look after we say is sufficient enough. You could say maybe it's not sufficient. But the value say, now we they look after we say. Now we don't take over the destiny of the country. Now we don't decide as a people, say one build a nation state for giving people development and for create prosperity and wealth for every Sierra Leonean. That day itself is worth celebrating. Today, like I say, around the world, around even our neighboring countries then they struggle with civil wars. We have been don't get we all. When Sierra Leone been there in war, people they not been getting luxury for together. When the war done, you get famous writer the way don't write Bokubu. Where he talk say Sierra Leone comes back from the brink. So we come back, we build the country back, we bring peace, and we put the state back on track for let we able get a state where they bring everybody together and build a cohesive and viable state. Because our Lord knows say that quest for building a nation at the heart of Dande, the national identity and social cohesion. Social cohesion, na the sense of belonging, na the sense of connection. Let we do together in one big space. Over the years, several government them and several presidents them before we don't take steps, different steps them, for build social cohesion. And one of them critical steps they did, now the bold step for His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio for creating the National Commission for Peace and Social Cohesion. Because he believes say social cohesion now in the ingredient for bring people together a very vital for Leona build a nation state. So social cohesion now the first step to nation building. over the years, we don't try as a country, and we still need to try, for make effort for address what they call the fear of exclusion, meaning that when you want to build national cohesion, nobody, no Sierra Leonean no feel excluded. So all the institutions and they will create a critical to building that kind of society. Like I say, different countries then, they don't take different approach. We serve as a nation, we don't take different approach. We don't decide, say, as a government, His Excellency will come, he say one thing where I want to deliver to people of this country. I want to make sure, say, let every Sierra Leonean Peking, no matter your background, no matter who say you come on, no matter whether your parents then get money or not, we forget opportunity for go school. Because we believe, say, education now a fundamental ingredient for build national identity, for build social cohesion, and more so for give somebody the tools for let it develop itself and build prosperity. So as a government, we don't come a long way as a country. As a country over the years, several governments don't build schools. Today, most of we are educated in post-independence Sierra Leone, meaning that we born after independence, we meet government and they look after schools then build schools then school and then we go. Today, we get PhD, we don't come back. As product of the post-independence schools then, we don't become vice president of this country, we contribute to nation building. So then these are all critical ingredients of what independence means. We don't come a long way with the build infrastructures. We don't try. Like I say, today we don't get the opportunity for look after ourselves. Whether they look after ourselves enough or they do enough now another question. But independence means we as a people, we take charge of our destiny, we look after ourselves and build a nation that can deliver development to our people. So we don't take several governance steps. I just list one or two. And all of this, we do every day. Every day we build structures, we become committed for build institutions and take policies that we go make in the spirit of one country, one people, and one destiny. One country, one people, and one destiny. That is what independence is about. So that as a country, we come together as one people, we develop a country, and then we get a shared destiny. 1961, the country don't get a lot of ups and downs. One of the down then are the Civil War. The Civil War is slow the country. It creates a young problem. Sierra Leoneans came out of it. We come out of it, we reconstruct the country, we do reconciliation, we decide, say, as a nation, let me not go back that route today. And the critical way for us not go back that route today, now for continuously invent and build governance structures there, where they address the problem then, where they make we come together, where they make we work together as one people and one country, for let we get a one shared, one destiny. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today, if you sit on a Salone, if you look around the world, you look what's in the happy around the world, just know the mayor will talk about Malaysia and Singapore. Now so also, you get countries then before, where everybody been facing a shining example of democracy. Today then country then they reverse in democracy. Before you been get country the way people believe say, then pass everything. Even the West then go through Second World War. They reverse most of what's in the non-called Western civilization. Today, if you look what is happening at other places than at the world, every day on television, who say they kill innocent Peking there, country the way been don't build road, country the way been don't build hospital, country the way they deliver development, who say they fed today, these same hospital them, these same schools them, and then same people then they, war don't come, war they destroy them. What in that they tell you, they tell you say independence is a journey. We don't start this journey. This journey, now we don't start. We don't take over as a people. We say, let the British then give you power. Then give you your own country. That is a journey. Everybody wake is not an end in itself. No means say independence, wait, go and say don't get independence, all things they come. No. Now a journey where we don't start since 1961. The people and before we don't start them, they don't do the yo. We save the car, we continue in that journey. But the end state of that journey, now for we being a nation state where capable for deliver development and prosperity. And one critical element of that nation state day, now for we day together, we forge a national identity and come together and work as one country, one people, and one destiny. Assalamu alaikum.
Put your hands together one more time, please, for the Honorable Vice President. As he takes his seat, our show and I say the program will come to an end in a few minutes. Just indulge me now for two small items on the agenda. First, I want to take the opportunity as the Honorable Vice President to go in seats. Please, one more time, for the lecture, one country, one people, one destiny. Independence is a journey. Thank you very much. Before we go, a few announcements, and then we will get Famous Camp briefly, and then we do the pledge, and we go. Now, I want to take this opportunity for say thanks to a major partner that we make to bring this camp to Una, Africell, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. We want to say plenty thank you for Una hostry and for all the incredible support to Una Gibi. We tell thank you to Amenata Leonrock, NP Gold, Capital Foods, AYV, Monuments and Relics Commission. By the way, we get exhibition, members of parliament, members of diplomatic and consular corps, honorable ministers. We really want to go on a count down this way. The Monuments and Relics Commission gets a beautiful exhibition of Independence Day images waiting at the wall Naya, and then the Peace Commission also gets an exhibition we go on a see on our way out. We please the Askuna follow on a make time and see that. The Peace Museum, the Peace Museum, they also get. And of course, we also get a display of the constitutional review process with a look at the future. We want to say thank you to Purposeful Metro, Plan International, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, NACID, SLBC, UNDP, NRA, Statistics Sierra Leone, H-Baidoon, CTC, QCell, Sierra Leone Port and Harbour Authority, and the government printer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the final performance for today, I want to please welcome Sierra Leone's one of the top foremost superstar for a very brief performance, the great one and only Famous.
Sierra Leone. Sing this song. Everybody sing for me, girl. Sing for me.
So only baby what the fuck me at?
Let me hear you.
Well, don't make me feel like say
what?
I'm not fine enough. I no get nothing for offer. So only body down on me.
Let me hear you.
Well, don't make me feel like say the life will become something. And the way tomorrow, next tomorrow, the story not just the same. But I refuse to give up.
Bring down.
I kept on hoping.
Sierra Leone.
I kept being.
Everybody, let me see the flag.
Everything don't change. Me gonna see me life.
With the flag. With the flag. Hey.
Famous standing them now.
You know my beat say.
You know me now.
Anytime I can fly to Dubai now.
Hey, what's me baby now? Anytime I can buy now.
I'm gonna sing.
Me I let it turn down. I let it run down.
I'm looking so bright
to future.
Thank you.
I'm moving ahead. I need this stuff for my team.
We are moving.
I'm looking forward.
We are moving.
To a brighter future.
We are moving.
I'm moving ahead.
If you're not winner, sing for me. Everybody.
Every season gets its own time, and every time gets its own season. Everybody gets to die now, but I know what you need, believing. All man gets its own song on the rise of and born to conquer. No retreat and no strong like a Monday hammer. With the mindset of an overcomer. If anybody asks me who I am, I will look at my eye.
Everybody let me hear you say winner, winner. Everybody say winner, winner, winner. Salone, winner, winner, winner. Everybody wave winner, winner, winner. Salone, winner, winner, winner. Wave the flag. Winner, winner, winner. Say winner, winner, winner. Hey, winner, winner, winner.
Body you, body you. Shake your body like a winner.
Shake your body.
Body you, body you.
I see you, my brother, Sima. Make some noise for Sima. Famous. Down here.
Come on down.
No one can dance with you now.
Are you mixing?
Everybody. If I not eat,
don't go eat.
Yes, let me hear you. If I not sleep,
don't go sleep.
I come on early. Come on down. I want to see the dance of Ghana. Hey.
If I don't get you, gonna be a me. When we don't cook, we go to la 50.
Hey, come on down. Are you ready? Money done done. Asa.
This summer story about a girl I love her most. She loved me most, but thinking change. Love you done this, and money done that woman. Hey. Her love is sweet like a sugar. Only day, no go tire. Open up, we go in pass. Yeah, never them.
To the machine. I cannot dance with people. I cannot dance with people.
Hello, 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 hello.
Are you ready?
Hello.
With a flag.
Away.
Somebody on. Everybody with a flag. Hey, hey, hey. Let me see you. Everybody with a flag. I love you too.
Famous. Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, I love you too. People, are you feeling good? With your flag. Everybody. Hey. I see the second gentleman. Make some noise for KP. Hey. Hey. I see Mama Evil in the house. Make some noise. Hey. 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 KP in the house. This one where we are. Now, hey. You want to eat this? You want to? The balance where you go there. Hey, wait for it. Give me the most of our way. Let the fire. You see finance where you collect. You meet from woman where you let. Hey, I see if you let me man for keep.
Nobody know what it's true, man, I own. So every day I feel like I own. I'm passing the journey. Now for that, for yourself. Nobody love you, pass yourself. All man, the first one yourself. Now I don't need everybody with me, say away, hey, say away, it's my away, oh no, no. Let nobody take your peace away, it's my away, it's my away. I'm independent, everybody. Every day, I see the hustle. Elect a book, one for the loose money. Hey, not of money, not to get. Hey, money make what I'm on. Hey, get waiting, one for the loose money. Say, this one where we are fed with step. Now nobody. Hey, the money is such a much we don't know you believe. I know you young. The balance where you go there left the all the money young. So wait for the video. Where's Siba, still. What? You mean talk too much? Make some noise for Siba! Hey, it's that fine about where you left the for buy him. And if you baby love you, we just love them. But if you love them, now you not forever. Want them more. Cause nobody know what you do, mama own. So every day I feel like your own. I pass in enjoyment. I'm for yourself. Nobody love you past. Hey, everybody say away. Hey, everybody say away. It's my away. Oh no no. Don't let nobody take your peace away. It's on your way. It's my away. Oh no no. I love you guys. Thank you. Siba, thank you. I love you so much. I love you. Thank you. Respect to my fans. Thank you very much. Hey.
Nobody no go take we peace away. Nobody no go take we joy away. Nobody no go take we love away. Yes, so famous we brother and everybody who want to tell that plenty thank you. Now before we go, Honorable VP, the Mayor, Ministers, after the pledge and ambassadors at the camp, we will want to follow Nawaka and see the exhibition on this way, our journey now. And then the program go on, and the band will continue for play as we go. But right now, any Saturday day, I want you team up. We'll be in the school, and say, we'll put with left hand at our chest as we recite the Salone National Pledge. This one we do them inside the original language with the right hand, with our English. So while we're ready now for do the Salone National Pledge. I want all man steady inside there. Let we pay respect to the country and they ask the dignitaries up yonder for join me, the chairman of the Monuments and Relics Commission, for work I can this way so we go see the exhibition where they don't put together. After 3 counts, we will go together. 1, 2, 3. To my country, Sierra Leone, I vow to serve my faith at all times. I promise to defend her, love her and obey, always walk for her unity, peace, freedom, and prosperity, and put her interest above all else. So help me God. So help me God. Happy Salone Day, Salone Fambulem. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
We make music, exclusive brothers.
Always the same boy.
Come here, you two, come make this country.